today's video, I wanted to do a bit of a story time about how I got the job that I've always dreamed of and I lost it just like that. Anything I say in this video does not reflect the views of Peace Corps. Let me just throw that out there. We got a little bit of a chill vibe going on. I'm in my bed because it is a story time and I want to give the vibe of just chilling and talking with you guys. Okay, so let's start off with what Peace Corps is. I'm reading off of my computer, that's why I'm looking over here. So off of the website of peacecorps.gov, I believe, Peace Corps is a service opportunity for motivated change makers to immerse themselves in a community abroad, working side by side with local leaders to tackle the most pressing challenges of our generation. So what you do is you volunteer for about 2 years. It's roughly about 27 months because there's 3 months of training and then 2 years of on-site volunteering / working. You work in a specific sector, so there's like environmental, education, agriculture, business. There's a few others that I can't name off the top of my head. So you work in a specific sector and you provide local service to a community in need. And it's usually abroad. It's not normally, or it's never in the United States. And then another big part of it is cultural immersion. So in the 3 months that you're training before you go into your service, you're training to do your job, but you're also training on cultural competency and local language and stuff like that. Some of the benefits of being a Peace Corps volunteer is that you're provided with housing and a living stipend, and it's normally what the average income of the locals make, so you're not making like a ton of money living in a rundown village, you know. That wouldn't be fair. You're given an adjustment allowance after your service, about $10,000 I believe pre-tax, and your student loans may be eligible for deferment or forgiveness. They cover the cost of travel to and from the country. They offer complete medical coverage, medical and dental coverage. I'm not sure about vision. I think that if you need to wear glasses, you need to bring like 2 pairs, I believe, with you, something like that. I could be wrong. If you're in the process of getting medically cleared and you need to wear glasses, I think you need to talk to a specific nurse or doctor. You have the opportunity to gain new skills working in a culturally diverse environment and then possibly working in a sector you've never worked in. And then once you're done with your service, you have a reduced tuition for graduate school. Oh, and one of the requirements of doing Peace Corps is that you have a bachelor's degree, or I think it's 5 years of experience in whatever field you're going in, but I think they mostly turn towards a bachelor's degree. So when I first heard of Peace Corps, it was when I was 16. I think I was in my junior year of high school. One of my friends told me about it after the whole Coney 2012 campaign came out, and he was like, I want to do Peace Corps so I can serve abroad. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then it wasn't my thing at the time, I guess. Like I knew I wanted to travel abroad and work abroad, but Peace Corps wasn't, oh, that's the one. So I just kept it in the back of my mind. And then when I got into college, I went in with the intent of becoming a rheumatologist, and then I realized I didn't want to go till like 20 years of medical school. I could be exaggerating, but it's a lot. And then after that, I went into pre-nursing. Was a pre-nursing major for like 2 years. I failed anatomy twice. After both of those didn't work out, I was like, you know what, I'll do Peace Corps. Because there was some type of event where they give you informational session. Dang, why did I forget that? There was an information session on Peace Corps, and we had a recruiter in the city that I was living in. So I went and I was like, you know what, that sounds like a lot of fun, and I think I want to do that. The last few years of college, I was set on getting my bachelor's degree specifically to do Peace Corps. Look at him, he's funny. Nearing the end of my college career, it was September 2018, and I figured it was time to start applying for Peace Corps positions because I was planning on graduating in May of 2019. And the process takes roughly from like 6 months to a year from applying to leaving, and so I just thought I'd get on it as soon as I could. So I tried contacting a recruiter, and I didn't hear anything back. It was 2-3 months that I didn't hear anything, and I'd emailed them, I called them a few times, and I just didn't hear anything back. So I decided to take things in my own hand and just scour the internet and work on it myself. And I did. Like, I remember I put literally like my heart and soul into it. There's this like personal statement you needed to write, and I like cried writing it, and I was just very passionate about it because I remember I did a service learning study abroad in college, and we went to Fiji, and then we just worked in a village, and I felt like I was just hanging out with friends, but we were in a village, and the cohort that I was with, most of them were working in the primary school, like doing reading comprehension and stuff, but I stayed back, and I just so happened to be with the president or the director of the county like health department. He was there with us, and so my major was health science. Me, him, and a couple other people were working on getting a water tank built because it didn't have a place, but they needed another place to put their water in so that they could have running water. And so we worked on that, and that was really cool. And it was at that time where I was like, yep, Peace Corps is really what I want to do. That's when it really locked in for me. So after I submitted the application, I didn't hear back for almost 2 months because the government was shutting down on and off. I think it was about the fiscal year budget. I don't remember, but it was the end of 2018. You could Google it and see why the government was shut down for like 2 months. I didn't hear back, and then I finally did, I think in February of 2019. So I applied in December of 2018, and then I heard back in February of 2019 saying that they got my application, and then a week later I was given an interview, and the interview was like a month away, I believe. And the cool thing about the way that they do the interview is that they send you all the questions beforehand, so you know what you're being asked, and you can kind of give proper answers. They're very intense questions, not questions that you want to be like winging it for. So what I did was I wrote out all my answers and stuff on a Google Doc, and every day for like a couple minutes I'll just recite the questions in the mirror looking at myself, and it helped a lot in the interview process. I'm pretty sure I like killed it because I went in like, and I was like, I know exactly what I'm talking about. It was a virtual interview. I think after a week or two, I was offered a conditional offer to serve in Botswana. I was going to leave in July. I think it was July 26th, and then I graduated in May. So I had a very short amount of time to get everything together. One of the major things you need to get done in order to do Peace Corps is the medical clearance. The very first thing I did was I got my fingerprints scanned, and then I sent in my passport. I sent in my passport, and the reason they want your passport is that they want to like make a copy of it, I guess. And then it'll be like a Peace Corps specific passport, and then you just have your regular passport back at home. So I did that. I did fingerprints, the passport, and then they gave you like a stack of paperwork like that thick. Yeah, it's like as big as my nose. A stack of paperwork to get your medical clearance done, and they ask literally any question that you could possibly think of on the planet when it comes to volunteering abroad. And so my dental work was fine, I passed. It was the medical clearance, the medical body stuff that it took forever. And so I remember I called my doctor and I was like, hey, I need to schedule a physical with you because I am possibly going to move out of the country for 2 years to volunteer in Southern Africa. And she was like, okay, cool, like I can't see you for a month. And I was like, that's fine, I'm just letting you know it's a lot of paperwork. It's like that, like hella paperwork. And she was like, cool. And then I wait a month, and then I get there and I show her the paperwork, and she's like, why didn't you tell me this, that you had this much paperwork before? And I was like, I did. I did. And so she got on that. One of the issues that Peace Corps had with my medical record was that I had an anaphylactic allergy to something unknown. And for those of you who don't know what an anaphylactic allergy is, it's when you have an allergic reaction but your throat closes up and stuff, and you basically could die from an anaphylactic allergy. Damn, that was hard. And so my allergist was like, hey, I'm not really comfortable with you going out there with the allergy that we don't really know. I'm gonna ask them to put you in a city or in a place that's at least 30 minutes away from a city. And so they sent that in, and then Peace Corps was like, you know what, we can't do this. The closest they could put me was 2 hours, and that was considered dangerous to myself, to me, to my health. Yeah, that was pretty disappointing. I have the letter actually somewhere around here. I remember I was walking to school, and I knew, I had a feeling that when I sent in the letter, I just knew that it wasn't gonna work out, but I still was pretty upset about it. I mean, obviously that was my dream job that I worked towards for 4 years. So yeah, so the nurse that was assigned to my case sent me a message, and it says, I'm sorry to inform you, our medical advisor is recommending that you not clear due to your past allergic reactions and the need to carry an EpiPen and medication not supported in service. A formal message would be sent by our agency, but I wanted to notify you beforehand. Sorry to pass on this disappointing news, Sandy. And she was a homie for that, because I was mentally prepared for the message, even though I already knew that it wasn't gonna work out. And so I was walking to school, and I was walking across the street, and it just popped up, and I just started bawling. And then at the same time, my sibling was walking by me and was like, I already know what happened. So my sibling was like, you know what, we gotta take you home. We're gonna chill. You're not going to school. I'm gonna make us some food and some snacks. And it was fine. But all of that to say that, yes, it was sad. I was sad that I didn't get to do the job that I really wanted to do. But I think this is just a lesson for me and for everyone who wants to learn from me, is that things don't work out the way that you planned, and that's perfectly fine. Since then, I volunteered locally. I worked AmeriCorps, and it was honestly one of the greatest experiences I had ever had. I hope you enjoyed the story time. Let me know if you have any experience with Peace Corps, or if you're interested in doing Peace Corps. I have advice and tips, I guess, from the application process all the way up until medical clearance. So yeah, just comment or message me on Instagram and let me know what you think. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later.